Oh, greetings and salutations. Well, I'm in the bus here today, picking this adhesive out from between the tiles where it was a little bit thick and it oozed up between the tiles, so I can get grout between the tiles. So I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm sure you probably can, but you can see up in there where that little screwdriver is at. The mastic was a little thick and it oozed up around the tile, and yeah, that wasn't any good. And now that it's dry, I got to pick it out with a screwdriver, and that's a PETA. That's an acronym for those of you in Rio Linda. So I got to dig that out, and it's tedious. My daughter came out. Hi. My daughter came out here to help me, and she was so despondent because I wasn't building anything. I was just laying on my belly in this little tiny bathroom, digging mastic out between tiles. So she ended up giving up and going inside. Also got a hell of a mess to clean up in here, it looks like. So let me get this done and get it out of the way. I don't want to put it off any longer than I have to. Okay. Stain this first. That's nasty. All right. I'm not going to install it because I need to get some urethane. I want to coat this with a coat or two of urethane first, and then I'll install it. But I can probably, oh geez, I probably don't have enough. Dang it, idiot! 44 inches, and I only have 3 feet. No good. So yeah, here we are making lists again. I make a list for the materials I need to get the cabinet faces done. I need to trim all that out, blah, blah, blah. I didn't get a chance to go see Jim in his perpetual yard sale this weekend, but I need to pick up the tile for this while I'm thinking of it. And while I have my tape measure here, why don't I cover up my stain first before it all evaporates? Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Let's see here. 5 foot. 7 foot. It's 14 square feet. Maybe 2 feet. I need about 20 square feet. I don't think he's got that many. 20 square feet times 6. 20 times 6. That's $120. Okay, well, I guess I do 20 square feet. What did I say? 14 square feet. 15 square feet. Well, I'll go see how much tile he's got. If I can get it for a reasonable price, I'll go buy it. So I was just explaining to the little mess here how I'm going to configure these bunks, and that'll be coming up here soon because I'm going to start finishing out the bunk area, and I still need to do some electrical, 12-volt electrical back there.
Tomorrow.
All right, now I better turn some lights on. It's getting kind of late. I haven't filmed anything yet today. But what am I working on? Details. I'm working on this detail here and how I'm going to finish this off. And I've determined that I'm going to continue this all the way across. This is screwed shut. I'm going to cover that up. I'm going to cover up this hole probably with metal. I'm going to put a grab bar here, so probably a grab bar down here too. This is probably going to get covered in plywood, but I need to make a little doorway so you can get the information for the bus, the chassis number, transmission number, engine number, the VIN number, and all that stuff is up there on that tag. This section is probably going to get either going to get plywood or it's going to get metal. And then I'm going to reuse these bits because I got some electrical that's got to come up. I got to hook up the clearance lights up in the front yet, so I got all this to do. I still need to caulk in the window. I haven't done that. That is only about 2 years past due. And I'm working on, what I'm fiddling with right now is placement of the seat. Now, if you look at the mount down there, you can see that part of it goes over the floor. That flooring's 3/8 of an inch thick. And underneath that flooring is this, which is probably equal to another 1/8 of an inch. So that's 4/8 or a 1/2 an inch. And then 3/4 inch plywood, and then 1.5 inch framing within the spray foam insulation. So 1.5 inches, 3/4, 2 1/4, plus a 1/2 is 2 3/4. 2 3/4 of an inch underneath there is where the floor is, which there's little feet that get bolted to this. I think they're in there. Now I gotta go up from underneath and drill through there, and then cut out for the so I can install them and bolt them in. And then I'm probably going to end up cutting this back probably to this line right here, and then this entire driver's area. I think I'm going to do it in like stall mat, rubber stall mat, pretty thick stuff. It's sound absorbing, and it's comforting on your feet. And then I got to figure out how much it's going to cost to either have this seat replaced or the seat recovered. That is pretty gnarly though. Way back in the day, I had to modify this because this used to be on that arched, that curved part. So the plate that this mounted to, which this mounts to for the shoulder harness, that used to be mounted, well, roughly right here, but the roof was 16 inches lower. So this was mounted on a plate that was in that radius. But now I have to make a cut in this so that the mount will actually mount into this. The shoulder harness will mount into this. These are the details that take the most time, right? It's stuff like that. And then I've decided I'm probably going to make a cabinet here because I would really like to integrate this emergency equipment inside door for a purpose. It's just sitting up here now. I mean, it's the way it's set up. I can't use it. And I really don't want to use it. I want this to be flat because I want to mount a TV up here. And, but I'd like to reuse this door for something. So I thought it'd be cool if I made a little cabinet over here that came out to like right here. And it'll probably go all the way to here, down to about here. So it'll be a little cabinet that you can open and access things like, I don't know, emergency equipment. I've assembled a list of materials I need to finish the ceiling, to finish all the cabinets, to finish the bunks, to finally finish the couches / beds. And now I gotta go inside and figure out how much this shit's gonna cost. These little M12 Milwaukee tools. These little 12-volt packs only have 3. You look at them. It's got 3 Sierra. No, what are they? 18650 batteries, and you might get 5 minutes of use out of it. These batteries are like $50 a piece. And the thing is I don't use this thing enough to want to go out and spend $50 on a battery pack. Now I got, wait a half an hour for that thing to charge up. So I guess in the meantime I'll get me some more tea. Be right back.
Moments later.
It looks absolutely nothing like what you're saying. What I'm looking at is a completely orange sky. There's no yellow in it at all. Man, I need to get some decent camera gear. Come on. Because I gotta tell you, man, this sky is just freaking beautiful. Camera does not do it justice. Shut up.
Meanwhile.
Well, I didn't get nearly as much done as I wanted to get done today, but I did get a list, partial list anyway, of things I need to get this bus complete, at least to the point where we can start using it. And I'm going to focus my attention this week on finishing up the penny tile, at least in the bathroom. Let me show you what I've come up with. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to run. Here's that line shows up. I have a line along this joint. And I'll probably come in here with my grinder and knock the high spots down and put a little bit more of that red guard on there just to get rid of these lumps. Same thing with these, where the screw went through and puckered up the cement board. And I'll go through, and I got some of that red guard left, and I'll go through and I'll touch those up again. But I'm gonna run penny tile from there down, and then I'm gonna put a 2x4 subway type tile across the top, contrasting color, like maybe black, or I like the idea of cobalt myself, but I don't know if I could find cobalt tile like that, but I know I can find black. And then from there up, I'll use a different tile, either a white subway tile or some other kind of small profile tile. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to do for the ceiling. I'll probably use like a fiberglass sheet or something. Anyway, I think I have a game plan. It's as you can see, it's dark out, so I'm going to rummage around in my gang box there and see if I can locate the mounting brackets for the seat. With this particular bus, and if you're doing a conversion, your bus may vary. Where the seat was mounted, that is part of the chassis. It's not part of the bus body. And then when the Freightliner makes the chassis and they make that platform and they put the seat on it, if you see a bus frame come out of the Freightliner factory, basically it's just a ladder frame, and the engine and drivetrain, the engine back there, and the drivetrain and the wheels. And then there's the dash. Well, not even the dash. Well, maybe part of the dash, but not the dash as you see it. It would be just the gauge cluster mounted on a temporary pedestal. and the seat mounted on that little metal frame right there with the treadle valve for the brakes and the throttle. And they drive the ladder frame out of the factory at Freightliner without a bus frame on it. It goes on a truck, it goes over to Thomas, and then they build the bus body and they put it over top of the frame. So that platform that the seat is on was, 2 inches taller than the floor of the bus body. So there was a little bracket that was bolted to the bus body, because the seat frame is bolted not only to that little frame up there, but also to the bus body. And then I raised the floor 2 1/4 inches, so and plus put the flooring on top of it. So I need to find those brackets, and I need to bolt those back down to the floor, and then get everything back the way it was designed, and get the seat belts mounted. I have to drill holes into the floor to mount the seat belts. The seat belts here. This gets mounted to the bus body, and then that's what the seat belt is attached to. Make sense? It's just a big old cluster F. So I need to figure that out. And then I don't know if we might go on a little explore tomorrow. The kids got school off tomorrow. It's gonna be, what is it, President's Day? I don't know. It's a holiday. So we might go on a little explore, and if we don't, I'll come out here and work on the bus. If we do, you'll have an explore video. I have an idea where to go. It's not the Death Valley, but it's to an abandoned mine. If that's the case, then you'll see a video. The next video you'll see will probably be one about abandoned mine. It's pretty cool, actually, and then this week I'll work on this along with Dart and see if we can make some headway in both of these projects. So if you'd like to help expedite some of these projects, there's a few ways that you can support this channel financially. One way doesn't cost you any more than the money that you would spend on Amazon if you're going to shop on Amazon. And that's to shop through one of the links that are in the description. Or if you're interested in any of the products I'm featuring in these videos, check the links in the description and buy that product. That way the channel can earn a little bit of commission. Doesn't cost you anything extra. The channel just gets a couple pennies out of that transaction. It's just pennies, but every little bit counts. Another way that you can support this channel is to do it directly by clicking the PayPal link and throwing a couple of bucks in the pot. And if you really want to step up your contribution game, click the Patreon link. And one of the benefits of becoming a Patreon is that you get early access to all these videos. They'll come out a week in advance. But when this finally gets up and implemented, there's going to be benefits available only to Patreons. And one of the benefits is that at every tier level, you get early access to the videos ad-free. No ads. Ain't that great? Check the Patreon link to see what the other levels have to offer. But probably the most important thing you could do to support this channel is smash that like button and share this video with your vast social media network. Thank you for doing that, by the way. If you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the little bell icon that's right next to it. That way YouTube will let you know the next time I upload a video. That's all I got for today. So until next time, you have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep your powder dry. Have a splendid day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next installment. Okay, bye.